good to see everybody this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, I hand off the city clerk, Ms. Clammer.
This is the pre-meeting of the Louisville City Council on Tuesday, August 16th. We have approval of minutes from August the 9th.
So far, so good.
Appeals, we have requests for waiver of the noise ordinance on September 3rd and 4th on Belsar Avenue, November 24th in Mardi Gras Park, August the 20th on Darwood Drive, October.
Mr. President,
Yes.
this one on Darwood Drive, I'd like to table that one. I've spoken to the resident, in the neighborhood. Then on the next one, after she calls it, I guess, we'll change it to 12 a.m. rather than 2 a.m.
Okay, that's October 15th and 15th.
That's right.
Okay. September 3rd on Workwood Drive. Did you already talk to us?
I have not, but it's right in the middle of the neighborhood.
Yeah, the ordinance does say 10 for neighborhood, for residential.
It says you can go until 10.
Until,
It doesn't say you have to go until 10.
okay. Presentation of petitions and other communications to the council, and John McElroy regarding, objection to a package store opening at 2551 Halsey Road.
I've spoken to her, she just has concerns about crime increasing, and so, saying that, we have no crime in the neighborhood. But I explained to her, certain situation that particular property, did not have any history, and nor the current owners at the time, but, she should be okay, she should not have come down this morning.
Virgil Hill, is requesting amendment to chapter 2 city code, use of newly identified ARP funds, request for consideration of performance contracts, violence prevention.
Mr. President, is he submitted an amendment in writing?
And if you submit it to the administration.
He did not.
Okay.
Orders held over 64040, rezoning located at southeast corner of Cottage Hill Road and Solid Road from B2 and B1 to B2.
No issues.
64041, rezone parcel located at 2100 North University Boulevard, R1 to B2.
No issues.
Resolutions held over 08675, approved purchase orders for fuel with various city, for various city departments. And 08676, approved purchase orders for fuel for various city departments. 08677, approved purchase order to Classic Paint and Body for damage repair for ladder fire truck, $19,982.81. 08678, approved purchase order to Project Video for annual software license renewals for MPD surveillance cams. 08679, approved purchase order to Cone for elevator repairs at the convention center.
Mr. President?
Mr. Strong?
Yeah, if I could just ask the administration, what types of repairs and, was this budgeted? Thank you.
All right, what came to us from AD was that this is the elevators and escalators there in the convention center are part obsolete. And this is to upgrade these elevators, escalators over there.
They're the original from 90.
Some of this is the original stuff that has not been touched since day one.
Okay,
Decided by the state building commission.
all right, thank you.
211680, authorized contract with medical director services for Louisville Fire and Rescue Department. 21681, authorized change order receipt for Hillsdale ditch increase of $56,738.14. Consent resolution. Introduced.
Okay, Mr. Jones?
Yeah, I'd just like to get more information on this. I mean, this seems like an extremely positive move for the city. Is this a competitive? And what does that look like for us as far as being competitive with this one?
Well, Casey Gallo come up and talk briefly, but to answer your question, competitive, is Casey not
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
I think all grants are competitive.
Well,
Most
some are,
all.
most are, not all.
Well, the marine debris removal grant is, that NOAA has been one that the city's had before, that multiple members of the community have had before too. Mobile Baykeeper had it, the National Estuary Program had it. We as a community have shown success with NOAA in these grant programs. This one particularly is to do waterfront, our big kind of plan, and it's a 4-year grant, which is why it's $3 million, so it's not spend $3 million in 1 year. We want to do cleanup from about Arlington Point on the Mobile River, Mobile Bay front, up to about Africa Town. And so to do 2 or 3 big contracted cleanups, probably Osprey Initiative will be one of our teammates, as well as 4 quarterly all year long to do some hotspot cleanups. Additionally, to look upstream and find the sources of where we're getting big litter. In a lot of cases, the litter we get in those areas is from the Delta, Birmingham, points far north, but in other cases, it's coming in locally. So we know we've got some legacy litter that we want to get cleaned up in those areas. We are also going to look at whether or not we could do some storm drain retrofits. That's a possibility. We got to make sure we have the capacity to do it and that it fits in with the grant program too.
Thank you.
But we are competitive. As a community, we're competitive. They've seen us as leading litter for a long time now.
Thank you.
Madam Clerk?
37,685, 686, and 687 are recommended approval. Phase C will be issuance of a restaurant retail liquor license to Knucklebones Elixir Company on Government Street for issuance of a lounge retail liquor class B package store license for liquors of Theodore, Highway 90 West, for issuance of a restaurant retail liquor license to Osaka Japanese Steakhouse on Airport Boulevard. 58,688, declare Reeves Noxious Group 1631, 60, 689, and 690 are determined appropriations to Booker T. Washington Middle School, United Way of Southwest Alabama, serving for the purpose of group payment. 60, 691, and 692 are approval award of the special bonus to firefighters of the month and to officer of the month. Resolutions being introduced, 08693, approve purchase of orders for fuel for various city departments. 08694, approve purchase order to Gulf Coast Trucking Equipment Company for mobile charging stations for electric garbage truck, $39,465. 08695, approve purchase order to Thompson Tractor for emergency generator for fire station number 16, $54,700.
Mr. President,
Yes, Mr. Mayor?
could we just come back to 08694? What is the range of the electric garbage truck?
80 miles.
80 miles?
No. So that there's the original battery, one that, we're not sure which one they're gonna give us, had about a 100-mile range. The second generation battery, which we expect will be in it, if it's not, they're gonna swap it, is about 200 miles. So, total. So our plan currently is to use it in its best used in a downtown environment, so we plan on using it more in versus like the long haul routes. So that's operationally how we plan to use it.
These trucks, pick up the
Cans,
cans and dump it in there, and then there's a masher in there.
just like a regular, yes, sir.
Okay. And this is a remote charging station, somewhere different from Gale Street.
It'll be we'll be able to put it there, but it's a more of a portable unit. We're getting the long-term installation of the electrical power needed for not only that, but other future electric vehicle charging stations at Gale Street. We're also looking at other city facilities on where we want to put charging stations at city facilities. So as we start to get other electric vehicles, SUVs or things that as if they're made, then we'll be prepared to do that as well.
And how long does it take charging?
I need to get the number on that.
The quotation we got was about 8 hours to charge the truck with this charger.
So overnight.
Overnight, yeah, okay, thanks.
So, Mr. President, I got a question. We only have one electric garbage truck?
We're only buying one.
One. What's the cost from like a regular? What's the difference?
It's about double the cost, but we're getting the funding, a lot of the funding's coming from the, grant funding that we got from the Volkswagen, settlement, that we received a couple of years ago.
Have we done, an estimate of how much we'll save because of the electric, the difference over time?
We can share with you, the stats that it's been done, industry-wide. Now, bear in mind, it's still relatively new, technology, but we can share in terms of the maintenance costs, fuel costs and others, where that balances out and what the net, savings could be.
The charging station, will this be only for, we will be able, if we purchase other electric vehicles, we'll be able to use that?
This one will be mostly geared for that ones particularly, but we're planning on installing a larger grid of charging stations, more permanent. And I failed to mention on this 40,000, we've actually applied for a grant that we expect to get, which would be 20,000, which would basically take that 40,000, cut it in half. So the out of pocket would be about 20,000 total.
So this particular charging station will be only for garbage trucks?
It'd be dedicated to that one currently.
The last diesel-powered garbage truck equal to the electric truck was $392,000 that we bought, and the electric truck was $620,000. And the grant that we're getting for the charger is $25,000 from the Mac Corporation.
But for the truck, I think we got, what the Volkswagen settlement was, I can't remember the number on that.
What,
The Volkswagen settlement.
That's-
the Volkswagen settlement was $600-something thousand, of which we bought a fuel truck and the garbage truck from.
There you go. Yep.
And the charging station is what Casey tells me.
And these are about double what a normal garbage truck costs.
It's a little less than double, yeah.
Mr. Penny,
But-
finish.
Yeah, I'm done.
Mr. Harrell.
He asked most of the questions. I'm just curious, for the increase in electrical cost and setup, I wonder how long it would take us for a regular garbage truck to buy $300,000 in gas.
We could show you the lifespan of that. Also, the maintenance cost is more than just gas, there's the maintenance cost as well.
You have the same maintenance cost on an electrical vehicle also, plus the battery life.
Yeah.
Used to.
You gonna change the motor oil in electric?
No, but you have battery maintenance, circuit maintenance, plus computer operation maintenance, which is twice the cost of changing oil, plus the software that's needed to run them and all of that other stuff. So there are extra costs that are also associated with electrical vehicles that you don't have with gas powered vehicles.
I would love to see those broken down.
Anyone else? Yes, ma'am.
08696 approved purchase order to UAB Survey LLC for annual renewal of software for the police department cyber. $42,800. 08697 approved purchase order to GT Distributors of Georgia for ballistic helmets and insects for police administration services, $29,942.85. 08698 approved purchase order to North American Fire Equipment for rescue equipment kit for Mobile Fire Rescue Department, $23,760. 08699 approved purchase order to Precision Delta Corp for ammunition for Mobile Police Department, $47,700. 08700 approved purchase order to Global Industries for office furniture for MPD, $27,857.32. 21701 authorized contract with Riker Construction Corporation for synthetic turf at Matthews Park, $1,627,757.05.
Mr. President,
Yeah, Ms. Rhodes.
this is a great opportunity here of a partnership between District 4 and District 5 at Bethany's Park.
I can't tell, I don't see it.
Where- Where we have partnered up our CIP to make this project happen, and I'd like to be added as a sponsor.
I completely support that request.
Mr. President, I do have a question on this. What's the life expectancy of synthetic turf? Any idea?
If it's maintained well, 10 to 15 years.
I heard that. Longer than the electric garbage truck.
Thank you.
Call for public hearings, 41-702, call for public hearings, consider approval of the accepted to drop off transit to operate shuttle service, scheduled August 30th. 41-703, call for public hearings, rezone property located at 915 and 907 Northwest Road from B2 to B3, scheduled September 13th. Announcement.
Councilman Davis?
I'd just like to get some, any additional information on the meeting we have this afternoon at 4 o'clock. Where exactly in the complex is that going to be held?
Just when you come to the front door of the arena, just turn left towards it, like you're walking towards the theater, and it's right there on the right. You'll see it. It's just in the front
In
door.
one of those rooms there?
It's in one of those, the first room on your right. So when you come in, then take a left, and it's the first room on your right. It's already set up.
Okay, thanks.
Anything else from the council? Mr. Reynolds?
We're gonna do a tour as well. Is that part of this, where we're gonna do kind of a walkthrough, or we're just gonna have the committee meeting there?
It's the meeting.
Just the
There was no
meeting.
tour planned. You're welcome to walk around. I'm sure the Civic Center folks would be happy to take you around if you'd like to do it on your own, but there's no tour set up.
Mr. Jones?
Very good.
Anything from the administration?
No, sir.
All right, we see each other at 10:30.
I talked to those masters.